All right, so this is my presentation for UMSL Sports Management, and I'm going to be talking about my experience with UMSL Athletics as an intern this past fall semester. It's an overview of the organization. It's what you expect. It's UMSL is a D2 school. We, as an intern, we worked for soccer, volleyball, swimming, and basketball. They had other fall sports such as track and field and golf, but those were usually off campus, so we never really had to do anything for those. But it's college athletics. It's kind of what you expect. So there's not too much to share in this aspect. My roles and duties for UMSL Athletics as an intern, I would say it's mostly game operations. So we would set up events, and after the events took place, we would help break everything down. And then during the events, we had various roles. So as for soccer, if we didn't have enough student workers, we would either do sometimes tickets. So we would sell the tickets, concessions. We would be ball crew. We would have somebody at sub table to get those all sorted out. We'd have somebody on the scoreboard. Somebody would be working the scoreboard sometimes. And then other times someone would be working the camera for the live stream, and then we would have people on production as well. And that would always interchange. So there's a lot of, you're not really doing the same thing over and over, which is really nice. And then we had some fun side projects. Couple months, or I would say a month ago, probably at this point, we would there was 9 interns with UMSL this semester, and we were split into 2 groups, and we basically had to come up with a fun marketing idea and promote it for volleyball, get more fans and students to come to the game. So that was kind of fun. Establish goals for the internship. So my main thing that I wanted to do was just gain more experience other than operations. Over the summer, I was in stadium operations for the O'Fallon Hoots, which was really nice. I learned a lot, but it was pretty much strictly operations. I didn't really get to do anything else other than that. And that was my first internship within the sports industry. So I knew working in UMSL Athletics, I would get the opportunity to do a lot more than just game ops. So I wanted to do other things as much as possible. So that was my main goal, and just kind of learn some other aspects of sports other than game ops and see what I like or what I don't like. Did you achieve your goals, and what did you learn? I did. So again, we did all sorts of things. For me personally, I didn't do everything, but I did do the production. I would run the production for the live stream a couple of times. I worked the camera a couple of times for the events. We did the social media, the marketing promotion thing was what I mentioned earlier about how we split up in 2 groups, and we kind of had to come up with an idea for fans and students to come to games and then market that. We also did some social media stuff. So for me personally, we all, each one of us did a different event, but for me personally, I did soccer. So Nick and Kevin, my supervisors, they had me just kind of take videos and pictures of women's soccer and men's soccer one Sunday afternoon. And then at the end of that, we would compile some of the best clips and then just kind of edit and make a video out of that, and then post it onto social media. So basically just kind of highlights of the match and stuff like that. And that was really fun. I really enjoyed doing that. And then I also did a track and field one where Kevin took all the videos, but I kind of got the best ones, and again, made a video out of that, and we posted it on social media as well. So yeah, I got to do a lot more than just game ops, and that was really, really cool, and a fun learning experience as well. So that was a big reason why I really enjoyed my time at UMSL. Biggest takeaways, again, I would, well, I guess not again, but I would say that after doing the stadium operations internship with the O'Fallon Hoots, I really enjoyed my time there, and I really did enjoy operations. I did want to, get more involved and learn more areas and aspects of sports other than operations, which I got to do. But I I would still say the majority of what we did as UMSL athletic interns is operations. And again, I really enjoyed it. I think, I don't know, it's grindy, but it's not like boring work, you know, it's fun stuff. So I really did enjoy operations. I think that's something I really would enjoy doing in my career. So I think that's one of the biggest takeaways. And then, you know, as a sports management student and learning about college athletics, it didn't seem like something I would really enjoy or want to do. But I think that kind of changed. I really would enjoy working in college athletics. You know, if a path leads me that way, I would definitely be open to doing that for sure. Which was a complete 180 from what I thought before the semester started. So, and I think the reason why is because, again, we got to do a lot of different things, and that's kind of what Nick and Kevin do. They're, you know, I'm sure they have one main thing, but at least for game days, they're constantly doing a bunch of different things, and I just think that is really interesting. It kind of makes work a lot less boring and mundane. You know, you're constantly doing different things, and I think I'd really enjoy that. So those are my biggest takeaways. What growth have you had in your sports career thus far? I would say confidence for sure. I think one of my biggest weaknesses was not being confident in myself and being afraid to do certain things or take on projects or whatever, because I was afraid I was either going to fail or do it wrong or mess up. You know, I basically just didn't believe in myself really. But that got a lot better over the course of the summer with the hoots. And then that only, I only gained more and more confidence with myself over this past semester with UMSL athletics. So I would say that for sure. And then again, experience and multiple aspects in sports. This was my second internship. You know, I kind of got a late start. I was a transfer student. But I also did, this wasn't a part of UMSL athletics, but I did a sales competition. And I learned about sales, and that was a really cool and interesting experience. So I just think that's, you know, having the mindset of wanting to, being, you know, eager and willing to learn new things and putting time and effort into those things. It really, you know, I think that helped with my confidence as well. So that's my answer for this question. What would you tell your younger self? Everyone has to start somewhere. I think one of my biggest concerns as a younger college student, specifically, I should say, was, you know, thinking that I wasn't able to get an internship because, you know, I had no prior experience or no volunteer experience or anything like that. But, you know, everyone has to start somewhere. And they're not knowing what I know now, there are plenty of organizations that will absolutely hire you because they need that help. You know, like a lot of these places usually can't operate without interns. So, you know, as long as you're prepared for your interview and you do well, more chances than not, they're going to hire you. So just, you know, everyone has to start somewhere. So don't not apply to internships or anything because you think that you don't have a shot. Don't be afraid. Kind of talking about what I was talking about earlier with my confidence is, you know, don't be afraid to put yourself out there and to apply to things, even if you don't think you're qualified or, you know, you have the experience to. And that kind of goes into my third thing is just believe in yourself. That kind of go hand in hand. You know, if you believe yourself and you put in the hard work to learn new things and to understand how things are done, you'll go a long way in this industry. And you know, and that goes with, you can apply that to just like networking as well. Just kind of putting your name out there and believing in yourself and who you are and what you can do for companies or for people. That can go a really, really long way. So that's kind of what I would tell myself. Advice for incoming students, 100%, I would say get involved early as much as you can. again, I was a transfer student, so kind of got a late start. But the earlier you get involved, the more experience you're going to get over the course of your college career. And by the time you graduate, you're going to have so much knowledge and confidence in yourself that you'll probably be able to apply and get any job that you want for the most part, honestly. Obviously, network as well. Network is a huge thing, especially in the sports industry. You can really, I know that there's that saying, it's not what you know, but who you know, in regards to the sports industry, which, is true to a certain extent, but it definitely helps to know certain people and to build relationships. That's a key part too. When you network, don't just when you make LinkedIn, don't just network with a bunch of people you don't know or plan to talk to. Like, actually network with people and then have conversations with those people and build relationships, because that's what's going to get you. That's what's going to go a long way and possibly get you a job in the future. And then just give 100% effort. Dr. B really sets you up for success, and if you take advantage of that, it will make your life a lot easier post graduation. So I also mean, when you have internships, give 100% effort, because you're always going to be you're always being watched, and people will notice that you're giving 100% of your effort, and they will remember that for sure. So always give 100% effort, and just again, sometimes some of the work you do is not going to be the most fun, but if you give 100% effort, at the end of the day, it's going to pay off. And we're also working in sports at the end of the day too. So just, for me, sometimes, the work was hard and it was grindy, but I never didn't enjoy my time working at one of these internship placements. So it was easy for me to give 100% effort. But yeah, I think that's definitely important, because again, you're always being watched, and people that you work for will notice, and that will go a long way in terms of recommendations and stuff like that. So, advice for current sports management students: keep up the great work. Again, Dr. B will set you up for success, and just knowing her and all of her classes and what she did for me, I know that for the most part, you guys are going to be doing great. You're going to be doing things that are constantly benefiting you for your career. So just keep up the great work, because more times than not, that's exactly what you're doing when you're in this program here at UMSL. And then if you are struggling, ask help if you need it. Dr. B, anybody, I know Nick and Kevin, if you're interning with UMSL Athletics, they will help you. All these people will help you if you need it. You just have to ask. You're not alone. You have so many resources here at UMSL, so please use them if you need them. Advice for program and courses: I really have nothing. I think the way that Dr. B has her classes set up, where it's more, there's no textbooks, and it's more like real life scenarios type things, and kind of just trying to apply real life to school as much as possible. I think that's great, and I think it's really what we need, especially for an industry like sports. I think that's really beneficial. So, and again, she's gonna go out of her way to help you be as successful as possible. So, I just think if you give 100% effort, like I said earlier, it will pay dividends, because this program and the courses that Dr. B offer are absolutely fantastic, and you will learn so much. And it's not the typical, reading from a textbook type program. And our courses aren't like that either, obviously. So it's a really great course, and it's a really great program, and the courses are great as well. And I really wouldn't change anything. I think she talked about keeping the program online. I think that's great. I think that helps with getting guest speakers every week, and I think that's people, especially here at UMSL, it's more of a commuter school, so it kind of helps with that. If some kids live far away, because a lot of our classes are in the morning, pretty much all of them are. So I think that's really good as well, by keeping all the classes online as well. So I really wouldn't change anything. It's fantastic. Conclusion, UMSL Athletics is a fantastic internship to start out with if you are, or just in general. I think Dr. B has mentioned that her plan is to have every sports management student take UMSL Athletics either to begin with or at some point in their college career, which I think is a great idea because again, you get to do a little bit of everything, and you get to learn a lot. You get to learn what it's like to work in college athletics. There's a lot of jobs in college athletics, so I think that's a big, big reason to take this internship as well. Nick and Kevin, the supervisors, they're fantastic. They'll help you out with anything that they need, that you need, and they couldn't be great any better than they were. So. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed my time at UMSL Athletics. It was a fantastic internship. And then again, like I mentioned before, this program and Dr. B will set you up for success. She goes out of her way. I've never met anybody, any professor who puts in as much work as she does for her students. And it really does pay dividends as long as you put in the effort as well. And again, if you're ever struggling, ask for help. She'll be more than willing to help you out. And anyone else in this, sports management UMSL program as well. Your peers, your fellow classmates, anybody. So that's pretty much all I've got. Thank you for your time.